Hello YouTubers, today I will be unboxing Samsung Galaxy J5 phone. The box itself, it's nothing special really. It looks elegant, you know, white, small of course. You have to optimize your logistics. It clearly says what it is. Samsung Galaxy J5, this one means 2016. Some specs: 16 gig of built-in memory. Okay, it has metal frame, AMOLED display, 13 megapixel rear camera and front megapixel front-facing camera. It has 4G LTE 1.2 quad core. Dimensions, screen actually 5.2 inch. HD, actually I don't think it's HD, it is 720p screen. It has NFC and this model number is, so the model number is SM-J510FN. So once again, Samsung SM-J510FN. Now actually original J5 was obviously J500 then something, and probably stands for NFC. Engineered by Samsung, manufactured in Vietnam, blah blah blah. Okay, European SIM card only. Read me. So don't mind if I do. I don't know what is the business here. Okay, what they say here is that this is European model. It is compatible only with a SIM card issued by mobile operator in Europe. If you want to use a SIM card from other regions, first you have to make a phone call in 5 minutes duration with SIM card issued by European mobile operator. So this is something new to me, at least. And finally, let's open this box. Okay. Yeah, obviously the box is just a few millimeters bigger than the phone itself, which is okay. So metal AMOLED, they are very proud of the metal frame, obviously. The phone is quite large. It's, I think, the upper limit for the normal mobile phone, without going into phablet market or some other niche markets. For normal people this is I think just enough upper limit in terms of the portability and usability regarding pure dimensions, but everybody likes big screen, of course. The phone, let me put it aside for a moment, and I need the other hand. So once again, SM-J510FN GH90. So this is the, I don't know what exactly this part number means, but anyhow, bunch of warranty card and stuff that nobody reads anyway. The battery is here. Let's see the battery. Large and thin, lithium ion secondary battery. So what does this mean? It is 3100 milliamp hours. Why is it secondary lithium ion battery? Well, it's just some terminology or something, obviously, because there is no battery inside. Maybe it would be cool for somebody to make a 2-battery phone so you can hot swap the second battery without turning off the phone, of course. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, this is not it. USB cable. Standard Samsung travel adapter. This one is 1.55 amps. So it's obviously not 2 amps or 2.1 amps. And earphones. They are not the one that go inside the ear. And this is it for the box. Let's take a look at the phone. So like I said, dimensions are okay. Okay, let's peel this thing off. Obviously the front is glass. I don't know if it is Gorilla Glass or not. It's supposed to be black, it's kind of grayish though. And the AMOLED display is, it would be nice if it is black on black. The frame is silver. It is like they emphasized like millions of times metal. And it looks kind of like the frame on A series phone, like A3, A5, maybe A7. The design is the similar, maybe same design. Earphone jack on the bottom, microphone on the left, volume buttons. On top there is not much, nothing. Power button, and this is it. So this A series has SIM card and SD card slots on the side because the battery is not removable, but this one obviously has it under the battery cover. And under the battery cover is SIM card slot. This is covered, and it is the second place for second SIM card slot. This model doesn't have it. There is a separate J5 dual SIM, J5 Duos I think it is called, with 2 SIM card slots, and this is the SD card slot, of course. But interesting thing is, obviously S3 Duos has 2 SIM cards plus micro SD card, which is really nice, since this is 16GB model. I don't think there is 32, and I'm pretty sure there is no 64 or larger model. So if J5 Duos has a free, has both SIM cards plus SD card, all 3 of those, this would be really cool and useful. And the other things, this is some antenna connector probably. This thing is, I think it is this is the NFC antenna. It doesn't look like wireless charging antenna. It's most likely NFC antenna built into the cover. So this is the connector for NFC antenna. And flash, camera, speakerphone, antenna. Battery connector, not much here. So there is no connector for wireless charging. So you have to, if you want wireless charging, you would have to buy this QI cover, or the thing you put under the battery, and connect it with some flat cable over here, which is kind of crappy, and probably nobody will do that, and NFC will probably stop working if you do that. And this is okay, the front, you know, standard home button, feels nice. It's a little bit, just tiny bit recessed, so it is easily reachable. It is a bit hard, but not too hard, just enough so you don't press it accidentally. I like this thing. And two soft buttons or capacitive buttons. Front camera, flash, sensor, and this is it. Let me put the battery and see it up. Okay. So lots of little clips, and yeah, the phone seems pretty solid in the hand. Like, it is a bit heavy, but in a good way. It like instills confidence, no backlash, no squeaking. So it seems like a pretty solid device. Battery cover is a bit bulgy. Maybe they could make it a bit thinner. It's not thick phone, obviously, as you can see, but they could shave a few millimeters probably, and the camera is still sticking some, maybe a millimeter outside. Let's compare it to, this is S4. I thought it had the same size screen, but obviously it doesn't. S4 seems quite a bit smaller, maybe 5-inch, that is 5.2. This J5 is proportionately a bit bigger, and the thickness is probably the same. And let's see it compared to A3, which is quite a bit smaller, a little tad thinner, and quite a bit J5 is quite a bit wider. And this is, all of these phones have AMOLED displays. This is a bit bluish, and the A5 is the, let's say, the blackest of them all. And I really like A3 has you know, black. This one is bluish black frame around the screen, and yeah, the same thing goes for the back. This is like piano black finish, and this is bluish, a bit not true black. So yeah, among all these, A series instills, I think, most confidence, and it is the only one that has Gorilla Glass front, Gorilla Glass back. This one is quite an old phone, but it's still faring well. And definitely J5 feels the biggest one of the bunch in the hand. So let me fire it up. It takes quite a long to boot up for the first time, obviously. So yeah, welcome. Insert SIM. Wi-Fi, okay, let's leave it on. agree to the terms and read it first. Date, I will not bother setting this. It wants your name, so put your name. So it offers device protection features. Pin, okay, it's just to lock the screen, but I was hoping Android phones finally start to offer file encryption like iPhones. By default you can do file encryption, but it's not default and nobody does it. But no, this is not it. Yeah. Usual Google services stuff. I don't have SIM cards, so I will not do any of this at this moment. Weather forecast. I hope it finally has good forecast system. Easy mode. Quite a lot of things to set up. Oh, Nox stuff. And finally we're in. Copy content from the old device later. Okay, so first of all, this is 5-inch QHD, quarter HD or 720p display, and therefore it has low pixel count, or not pixel count, pixel density, which is not necessarily a bad thing in my opinion. Of course stuff will look a bit pixely and blocky, but this thing hasn't got you know, a beast of a processor and a graphics card and so on, so it'll make its job a bit easier, this smaller display. It is for people who obviously don't buy a high performance phone, but just phone for general usage, some internet application of course, and so on, basically for communicating. What is installed? Some Samsung crap. Okay, actually email is useful, voice recorder is useful. They own Market, their version of Internet Market. It has radio, which is good. Lots of Samsung phones, especially higher end S series, don't have FM radio for one reason or another. Samsung Health is useful, internet, you know, browser is okay, and my file browser, so that is good. Google stuff, usual stuff. Microsoft apps, that is nice. Let's see if they are actually installed, and they are not, they are just shortcuts, you have to download them, but okay. And it's just usual stuff, which is really nice. I don't see almost any bloatware. That is really nice of them, except maybe, you know, okay, Galaxy Market, okay, we can live with it. And Samsung Health is not actually, it's useful stuff, I admit. I don't consider it bloatware. There is weather widget. Let's see what widgets are on. Microsoft stuff and a weather widget, and their version of calendar. I don't think there is, they have S Planner. If you know your Samsungs, it's all familiar to you. Essentially S Planner is the They're replacing the Google Calendar with it. So if you're on Google Calendar, you have to go to Market and download it. So that is it. Basic, clean installation with it, which is rather nice. So what do we have here? Usual stuff. Newer Samsung phones have this, which I like quite a lot. Turn it on either by the home button or the on button on the side. Slide here and you have torch. You don't have to unlock it, you know, it is pretty fast. So that is nice, and of course you can do it for a bunch of other things. Wi-Fi location, blah blah blah, usual stuff. But what is interesting, I don't see auto brightness, which is a bit odd because I think this is the brightness sensor here. So why not auto brightness? Let's go to options. It looks like usual Samsung display system. So display, screen mode, okay, this bullshit. And yep, no auto brightness. Why? I don't know. It has NFC, obviously. What is Smart Manager? Okay, so crap. Advanced features, yeah. Quick launch camera is nice. You double click the home button, it launches the camera automatically, so it's on. Let's try it to see how fast it launches the camera. Okay, it just warns you about this. So let's do it again. And it's okay. It's not instantaneous, but it is okay. So what else is here? Okay, lock screen, I didn't set it at this time. Storage. Oh, I wanted to say it has full 16 gig, but it doesn't. It has 10.98, so let's say 11 gig available of flash storage inside. 5 gig is used up, and internal memory is 4.91 gig available. And let's see specs finally. It is Android 6.601 out of the box, and it has 2 gigs of RAM, and approximately, let's say, half is used when you just start the phone up. 155 megs is reserved. I will take a look at the specs. Like I said, it has a 5.2 inch 720p display, and that is 282 pixel per inch density, which is, I think it is okay. If you want more, you'll just choose the phone that has more. I don't see this as a serious shortcoming, considering it has a Snapdragon 410 processor and Adreno 306 graphics card, which is, it's not the strongest. It is okay for normal usage, but for gaming and for whatever apps that require more processing power, it will lag a bit. Although the phone seems, out of the box of course, seems pretty responsive, but usually you will buy a phone to last you a year or 2 years, so you would expect it will be fine and responsive. After 2 years of updates, various software updates and system updates, whatever, which maybe it won't be, maybe it will be, who knows, but I think it will, maybe it will lag a little bit in 2018 or 19, but it will be usable probably. And it is 159 grams, which is not little, but it's not a lot. It is, you know, something you will get used to. It feels solid in the hand, construction is quite good, although it feels kind of less quality, let's say, than A series. And you know, this old S series, I don't know if it is comparable, but since it is old, but it feels approximately the same. What else? 16 gig only, so this is the only version, but you can put up to 255 gig micro SD card, which is nice. Camera, rear camera is 13 megapixel f1.9, so it is reasonably bright. It can shoot in low light conditions. 1080 at 30 frames per second video recording, which is usual stuff. Secondary camera 5 megs, also f1.9, and it says LED flash. So does it have... Okay. Maybe I mentioned it, but I didn't realize. You can obviously see it. Here it is the selfie flash, if you will. You can make some serious selfies. Let's try this. Yeah, front camera is obviously not autofocus. So is there anything else to mention from the spec side? Wi-Fi BGN, so obviously not A, 5 GB, only 2.4. Bluetooth 4.1, which is fine. GPS with GLONASS, so you can use it with Russian satellites, no problems. NFC, market dependent. So NFC is in the back cover. Like we saw, this is why this model is a 510J510BN, I think, and in the end stands for NFC. And maybe you can get a back cover which is half a millimeter or so thinner without NFC if you want thinner phone and you don't need NFC. Maybe this is option, maybe not. It has N+ for your sports gear, heart rate monitors and so on, pedometers. Removable battery, which is nice, white, black, gold, rose gold, and benchmarks are not really fabulous. And yeah, it doesn't have noise cancellation on the microphone. So what is my opinion of this? It is a middle class phone. It offers a lot for not too much money. I don't know, it costs without contracts around $200 or euros, let's say, plus or minus. Probably you can get it a lot cheaper, and with contract you can get it practically for next to nothing. Its target is like huge markets like India, maybe Africa, China, or where they want to compete with Chinese phones of the similar specs. And you know, this is a brand phone, it's built of reliable components with Qualcomm processor, Snapdragon US processor, probably made in China though. And it is a decent phone. It's nothing spectacular. If you buy it, it will probably serve you for its service period, 1 or 2 years. Solid phone, mediocre performance, just, you know, reliable stuff for your communication needs. I actually like the phone. It's unobtrusive. It's just another phone. If you don't know it is, even if I see it, I would not know it is J5. It looks just, you know, it has Samsung corporate design looks. It obviously doesn't look like S series. Well, maybe you can confuse it with normal S5, 6, 7, but it's a little bit more blocky on the edges. Maybe even you can confuse it with A series if you put it inside just from looking at the front. So yeah, basically a nice phone, good value for money. This is it. Thank you for watching. Until next time. And of course, if you like this video, why not hit like and maybe even subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.